What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part of the day. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because this video we'll be taking at one of the most heartwarming anime that I've ever watched, my Clueless First Friend. Have you ever watched something that is so good that just makes your day a little bit more brighter? Well, that's the sort of feeling that I got after watching a new episode of this anime every week. So this anime debuted back in April and was one of those shows that almost flew under the radar. That is until I watched the emotional trauma of Oshinoko. And after watching one episode of that show, I needed something more happy and uplifting to watch. And lo and behold, I found this. By the way, I'm definitely going to be doing a review on Oshinoko, so please subscribe so you can get all these updates from his channel. Anyway, going back to this series, the story follows Akane Nishimura, who's just a 5th grader minding her own business while some of the students in her class pick on her and call her the Grim Reaper. Wait, what? Because of the way she dresses and because she also looks so gloomy, the kids in her class have decided to give her the nickname the Grim Reaper. And while I have a low tolerance for kids picking on one another, apparently she just ignores it. But while she may look calm on the outside, inside she just wishes she had a friend who would accept her as she is. Enter Taiyo Takeda, who may be the best kid protagonist this year because if he is hanging out with Nishimura and some of the boys pick on her, he takes their insults and somehow redirects it back at them to the point where the boys are confused as to what the heck this kid just said. I'll give you an example. Let's just say that Takeda and Nishimura are hanging out together in class and a bully comes over to them and says that if you hang out with the Grim Reaper, you'll catch her curse. Now, while Nishimura would take this insult quietly and look a little gloomy, Takeda will actually think that Nishimura has some kind of magical power that is too powerful for these mere mortals. Wait, what? Do you remember when you were in elementary and having wild imaginations? Well, Takeda has a lot of crazy thoughts going through his head and isn't afraid to say it out loud. So you could say that he's kind of clueless, hence the title. Also, by taking an insult and making it into a compliment, not only is Takeda diffusing the situation, but he's also making Nishimura sound pretty cool. And at the same time, he's making her break out of her shell to where Nishimura is starting to gain a little more confidence. And that's pretty much the majority of the show as we watch these two kids become best friends and go on fun little adventures. Now, one of the things that I loved about this show was the art style. I mean, looking at a single frame from this anime, it looks like it was done with watercolor, making the whole show appear as if a kid was dreaming about the perfect day. And at the same time, it also has this innocent nature to it that makes our characters break out through their insecurities and be better. Another thing that I also liked was how, even though Takeda is truly pure of heart but undoubtedly clueless, the story doesn't drag that quirk for too long because there are 2 times where he is fully aware of the situation that he is in. One of them is in episode 4 where he learns about the true meaning behind Nishimura's nickname, and the other is in episode 11 where he starts to wonder what is his relationship with her. So while the majority of the show he is completely clueless in the best possible way, there are times where he is smart enough to put the 2 and 2 together. One of the other things that I also really loved was how throughout the show we're watching Nishimura become more outgoing, and in the process she starts to gain more and more friends, one of whom, and I'm not going to say who, has the best character transformation considering on where they were at the beginning of the season and where they ended up at the end. It just goes to show you to never judge a book by its cover. Now, if I had anything negative to say about this show, it would probably be... honestly, I can't think of anything. I mean, I had no problem with this anime because the overall goal of the show is so simple, which is to have Nishimura make more friends. There never really was a moment where the story deviated from that path. And because the dynamic between Nishimura and Takeda is so sweet and innocent, the story is able to take that relationship and have it evolve throughout the course of the season. So looking back at this anime, I would say that the overall message of the story is that having one friend could have a huge impact in a person's life. And at the same time, the show also tackles the topic of bullying, where even the smallest of jokes can hurt in the long run. And this anime also gives you an experience at looking at the world through the eyes of a kid and seeing the magic and wonder. And we as adults still have that magic, we just need to open our eyes. So overall, I really loved this show. It's short, it's sweet, and it really makes you happy by the end. So if you want to watch something that'll put a smile on your face, I highly recommend you watch this anime. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was my overall view on my Clueless First Friend. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button. See all these updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.